scenario where the smart layout um, kind of falls apart, and it does so logically. I understand what's happening, but it's not what I want to happen. Um, so just to give some, I'm gonna use this center thing here. I have a bunch of different states for these headers. There's a logo in the top left, some kind of like control about the page, and then the top right is avatar account stuff. Um, and this is where I'm looking. And generally, so the layout is there's a group on the left. It has a couple things in it. It's locked, pinned to the left, and has a horizontal smart layout flowing from the left to the right. So it's just kind of like accordion. I can do stuff there. I drop stuff there. It'll kind of like auto do stuff. The center is the same thing. It's positioned in the center. It's locked with height wise. There's a couple items in there, so that helps me, center these things, keep that spacing. Love it. And the right, it's the same thing, just for the right. It's, locked, flows from the right. And I had this weird experience where I took me a second to figure out what's happening. But I was like, okay, I have some hover. I want you to see the name of this avatar and its email address. And so I have a little cursor I'll drop in to show that it should be, a hover state, a mouse over. And I was like removing this from here. So I was like, okay, let's delete the mouse over. Let's delete the cursor. Oh, I didn't want to delete the avatar. I'm like, why did that delete? That's so weird. Like that seems like a bug, right? Um, but what's actually happening is it's looking at the left edge of each of these layers. So if I delete them in a different order, if I delete this first, okay, it gives me a different result. And so it's just that the fact that here I now have 3 items in a right flowing group. And since these two share that left edge, deleting either one of them, oh, actually not that one, huh? Well, just deleting this one. What it's doing, it causes the photo to tuck behind this other one. Since they're the same size, I don't see any evidence of it being there. And it's just, I mean, the order has to be, this has to be behind this. Like you could say, oh, people might not put it behind there, but it's like, I want to overlapping this way. So it's just, this is like a unique case, but it's the fact that the program is making assumptions of what I want and getting it wrong. Like I want to make some edits to this group. I still do want it to flow to the right, or like whatever, have that right layout stuff happening in the end. I don't want to remove that. That's actually helpful. But in this case, like, yeah. Also, it's like there's no affordance for me to know that there actually is a pause thing in here. Like if I could pause it, delete those things. That's what I wanted to happen. Yeah, I don't. It's too. I would never ask it to do all this crazy removing other layers that I'm not currently editing. Like if I have a layer that I'm editing and it's like, okay, I understand what happened there, at least in this case, but it's still not desirable. I did specify 8 pixel overlap before. I'm gonna want it again. I don't want to change that. So the solution is, when working on an object, either a symbol, layer, whatever, inside of a smart layout group, it should auto pause and just not do anything because I would never, I don't know, like that's too complicated of a thing for me to think about and ask and want it to do. I just want it to do the simple thing always.